Do you guys want to try to make the pavlova on your own?
Yes. It's Vlogmas, Vlogmas. It's Vlogmas, Vlogmas. It's Vlogmas, Vlogmas, and it's time to celebrate. Vlogmas.
Yay! Good morning, everyone. I've got a fussy baby. I've got a fussy baby. But that doesn't stop Christmas from happening, right? It's 3 o'clock now, actually, and we've been trying all day to get the baby to sleep, and he finally fell asleep. But on me, so he's been falling asleep all day in my arms, like while I've been nursing him, and usually he transfers pretty well, but for some reason today, every time we transfer him over, like within 10 minutes, he's been waking up. And it's interesting because it's not always instantly, but within 10 minutes, he wakes up. So now that I finally got him to sleep, at least on me, I feel like I can get some things done. And my number one thing I want to do today, because it is Christmas Eve, oh, shh, quiet mommy, right?
Hi.
So because it's Christmas Eve, I'm going to be doing some cooking. I'm going to make my 2 traditional Christmas Eve desserts. I make these every year, and you guys always ask me like what my recipe is and all that and all that. What?
I think.
Oh, good one.
The bunny.
The bunny. Duncan's got the bunny.
The bunny story.
The bunny story. Do you like that story?
Yeah.
So this year, I'm going to make both of my recipes with you right now. One is a cheesecake and one is a pavlova. So let's make those now. Okay, so first of all, one of the reasons I really like these recipes is because I can make them a day ahead. And I don't have to make them a day ahead, but I have to make them at least like 6 hours ahead. So if I don't end up having the energy to make them the night before, I can always make them the morning before, and I have done that. But today, we're a day before, we're on track, and we're just gonna make them now. And I really love that I can do it all day before and I don't have to be like rushing right as I'm getting ready to throw a party or go to an event or whatever I'm doing with my favorite recipes. Okay, so for a cheesecake, you're gonna need something called a springform pan. It opens up on the side. 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese that are softened, a 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese, some white sugar, 4 eggs, a tablespoon of lemon juice, so I'll be juicing this guy, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, half a cup of butter. I need to get the butter out. And then a pint of sour cream. There you go, butter. Oh, what a fancy vlogger she is. So first thing I want to tell you guys is that making a cheesecake is one of those things that people think you're really fancy for doing, but like really I promise it's pretty easy. I don't know if having the springform pan is like necessary. I've always made it with a springform pan. One of the things that cheesecake recipes get like really serious about is whether or not your cheesecake cracks across the top. I will tell you, mine always cracks. I think I had one once that didn't. And it was like, yay, but it didn't make any difference at all. Like, I don't understand why that's a big deal. I think when it's cracked, it actually kind of looks pretty cool. It looks like it's homemade, which it is, so that's awesome. So I think if you don't care about like how it looks, first of all, I think that's really good because you'll be less stressed. And I think maybe you could get away with not using a springform pan, but I honestly don't know. So if you don't have one, I don't know, try it. It's gonna taste good. Like, you won't be able to get it out, so that's the thing. Like with a cheesecake, if you want to have that look of like getting it on its own, I don't know how you do that. This allows it to escape and then like be a cheesecake standing on its own with nothing on its edges. But if you wanted to just scoop it out of the pan, I don't see why there's any problem with that. The other thing about this recipe is that it all comes together somewhat quickly. I use a KitchenAid mixer and I'm like dumping things in. So I like to go over it beforehand and make sure I have all the ingredients like ready. The number one thing I forget is melting the butter. So I'm gonna melt it and cool it now. And oh, are you okay, baby? And then thank you, Jacob. Oh, a chef and a baby whisperer. Do the bounce. I've got a little binky in his mouth and I'm trying to get him back to sleep. I think I'm gonna achieve it. We're gonna cook. I promise it's gonna get done. Oh, we gotta sleep a baby. Sleeping baby, I think. Stay asleep, stay asleep. So I'm gonna make sure that I have the butter melted and cooled. I'm gonna make sure that I've already squeezed my lemon, and I'm just gonna have everything kind of ready. It's not like a panic situation. Like, I've definitely not had the butter ready at all and been like, ooh, I'll do that right now. But it will be a lot calmer and easier if I prepare those things in advance. So I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so Chef Jacob is over here. He's going to grease.
Should I just go like this?
Yeah, go for it. She's gonna grease our pan. You can use spray or whatever you need to do that part, but we're using butter today. And then I'm going to preheat the oven. So I'm preheating the oven to 350 degrees. So hey, 350 degrees. Boop. Okay, so Christopher just came and rescued me. So he has Luke now. And I've got my hands free, so Jacob and I are gonna whip this up real fast. Huh, buddy? Yeah. Cream cheese and ricotta cheese.
Cream cheese and ricotta cheese.
So just dump, yeah, plop in 2 things of cream cheese, dude. Yep, plop it in. And this cream cheese is slightly soft and it is full fat. Everything we're doing in this recipe is full fat. It's cheesecake, that's how it is, full fat. Sour cream's over here. Plop the whole thing in, I think, wait, actually it's not sour cream next, ricotta, that's what I meant, ricotta's next. Okay, not sour cream, ricotta. Ricotta cheese is delicious. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is stir in 1.5 cups of sugar. So basically I just have this kind of always going at a light mix. And then just kind of slowly pour it in. Just go slower than that. Okay, you can pour the rest in. Okay. We have 4 eggs. So this one you're gonna kind of go in slowly with too. Yeah, it's looking kind of creamy and fluffy now. Nice. Pretty eggs. Okay. Go for it, dude, just pour it in. And next one. Great. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And then you want 1 teaspoon of the vanilla. Nice. 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Okay. I forgot to put this out earlier, but we also need 3 tablespoons of flour. So we prepared our butter in advance, so that's all ready. You're just gonna pour that in.
Slowly, right?
Yep. It can be a little faster.
Oh boy, that is a clump.
Yeah, there might be a clump. Don't worry about a clump. Just pour it all in. You're good. So our last ingredient is gonna be the sour cream. Get out all the lumpies. And this is it. This is our cheesecake, Jacob.
It doesn't look like a cheesecake.
Not yet. All you gotta do though is put it in that springform pan. Beautiful, nice and smooth.
Tell me when to stop.
Beautiful. The other little thing we're gonna do is we're going to make a water bath, which basically means we're gonna put like a little pot of water inside the oven as well. That makes it steamy and in theory makes it so it doesn't crack. Again, mine always cracks, so I don't know why I do this every time, but I do. And hopefully it makes it a better cheesecake. I don't know. It's gonna go right up there. Okay. And down here's that water bath I was talking about. And in theory, that's gonna make the whole oven kind of like steamy. That's it, that was the cheesecake. It was easy, right? So basically now, I'm gonna let it cook for 1 hour. And then we're gonna turn off the oven and let it sit there for like an hour or 2 hours or whatever, just like chills out in the oven. And then I'll take it out, put it on the counter a little bit, let it get even cooler, and then we'll put it in the refrigerator until tomorrow night. And it's gonna be awesome. We'll probably add some strawberries, even more awesome. Dun, dun, dun!
No! Yay!
It's been an hour. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like. This is probably why mine always cracks, because I always open the oven. We're gonna take a peek. Oh, it's so glorious. Do you see it? Do you see it in there? And I know it looks good right now. And it'll still look good when it breaks open, but it will probably break open like a lot. It looks perfect right now. But it sits in the oven and it's just gonna chill out in there. And then after like an hour or two, we'll pull it out and just like we're gradually bringing it to a cooled off feeling. And then it'll go in the refrigerator. And it's supposed to taste better next day. So it's good that we do this over a long period of time. But it was easy, right? Like that wasn't hard. Jacob did it. Anybody can do it. It's gonna be delicious. Unfortunately, I won't be eating it this year because I'm still off dairy. Let me show you some yummy non-dairy things. These cookies, you get them at Trader Joe's. They say vegan trail mix, vegan oatmeal chocolate, and vegan chocolate chip cookies. These are amazing. So if you're dairy free or vegan and looking for something to actually taste good this Christmas, go get all these cookies twice. Get lots of these, they're so good. Oh, look at that cheesecake. Cracked. What did I tell you? Happens every time, but it's pretty. It's rustic, right? Looks kind of cool. So other than the giant crack, it's perfect and it's beautiful and I love it and it's gonna be delicious, no worries. See, I'm telling you guys, I've done this long enough that I'm not gonna spend the time stressing about whether or not it cracks. I have some space in the fridge. And remember how I was gonna make pavlova tonight? Well, the baby still has not napped off of one of us. So I think he must be doing some interesting like growth spurt or something, even though it feels like he's done a lot of those the last week. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I think maybe it's just because he's such a tiny little guy and all of a sudden he's growing, so he's just like having a bunch of growth spurts or something. I've decided that we'll make the pavlova tomorrow morning because we can. Remember I told you about that?
I can make it just right now.
Oh, look at these.
And I can make you skimmed eggnog.
Wow.
And I can make you whatever you, yeah.
Do you guys want to try to make the pavlova on your own?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna take care of the baby, but I'm gonna let the kids try to figure out making a pavlova on their own. I'll probably have to help a little bit with teaching them about meringues and like how to like bring it to a soft peak versus a stiff peak and things like that, because that's how you make a meringue. It's very simple once you know, but you just have to know what that looks like. And you have to make sure you don't overbeat those eggs. Wait. So all it is, 4 egg whites, 1 1/4 cups white sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and that's it for the pavlova. Then you make a topping by whipping 1 pint of heavy cream. And then traditional pavlova is made with slices of kiwi. My mouth is sensitive to kiwi, so I get a little allergic to it. So I've just always made it with strawberries instead. The strawberries are really delicious, but also I know that people from New Zealand and Australia are usually kind of disappointed to see me making it with strawberries, but it's just what I do. I think it's fine to play around with the toppings a little bit. So, and basically tonight, the make ahead portion of the pavlova is making a large crispy meringue, and then the whipped cream part and the sliced fruit I'll do right before the party starts.
So I'm going to smell eggnog. I don't really get that smell. Oh, it smells like eggnog. I love eggnog. Smell it. I don't really know about that. No, but do you like the smell? I don't know. It's not, let's just say it's not the best, okay? Dude. What? It's fine that I don't like it? Okay, I'm just gonna... So what's happening is I'm gonna be over here and Daddy's gonna be wrapping presents. I'm gonna be over here, but I am going to cook. So I'm gonna be over here and then I'm gonna do the camera stuff also. First off, we'll see you later. We'll see you when the pavlova's done. Bye. We just finished the pavlova. Look at that.
right.
Beauty.
Going into the oven. We'll see how this one turns out. And we're gonna make some more in the morning.
More in the morning.
Because one pavlova is never enough.
Never enough. Never, never.
Yay! They did such a good job. So the kids did everything except I went in just as they had kind of over whipped it, and I stopped that. And then I helped them fold in some of the ingredients, and I watched as they poured everything in on the parchment paper, and then I put it in the oven. But they did it. They figured out making a pavlova. Like, I'm so impressed. And then tomorrow morning, I have to go buy eggs. So hopefully if I can get eggs, we'll be able to make another one tomorrow morning. We'll see.